If you're a die-hard fan of the San Francisco 49ers, status for 49ers, then there's a lot to be excited about heading into the new NFL season. Recently, some encouraging news came out that's bound to get the fan base buzzing. According to a detailed analysis from ESPN, the 49ers rank as the third most likely team to punch their ticket to the playoffs within the National Football Conference. This is a significant nod of confidence, especially considering they're ranked ahead of some heavy contenders, including their divisional rivals, the Los Angeles Rams. The rivalry between the 49ers and the Rams has always been fierce, with both teams jockeying for supremacy in the division, and to see the 49ers come out on top in these projections adds an extra layer of optimism around the team's prospects this season. Of course, these projections don't come without a bit of a grain of salt. ESPN's analysis takes into account the upcoming schedule, which can always swing results in either direction depending on injuries, player form, and other unpredictable variables. Still, this kind of recognition is exactly the kind of positive momentum you want your team to ride into the season. The feeling around the organization and the fans alike seems to reflect this renewed sense of hope. It's not just about where the team is today, but the trajectory that many believe the 49ers are on. One of the biggest factors contributing to this positive outlook is the significant upgrade on the coaching staff, specifically on the defensive side of the ball. The offseason headline wasn't about landing a marquee player or making a flashy trade, but rather about bringing in a top-tier defensive coach who many believe will have a profound impact on the team's performance. Robert Saleh, who returns to San Francisco after a stint as head coach of the New York Jets, has been widely praised as one of the NFL's elite defensive minds. His reputation was forged during his first tenure with the 49ers, where he earned acclaim for his ability to maximize player potential and orchestrate a defense that consistently punched above its weight. The return of Saleh is a signal that the 49ers are doubling down on their defensive identity. He's known for getting extraordinary production out of players who might otherwise fly under the radar. This kind of coaching impact goes beyond just the X's and O's. It's about culture, mindset, and the kind of preparation that pushes players to perform at their absolute best. The hope is that Saleh's influence will rejuvenate the defense and provide a steady foundation that can carry the team deep into the postseason. With the 49ers defense already boasting a core of talented athletes, Saleh's ability to weave these pieces together into a cohesive, formidable unit could be the difference maker. What makes Saleh's return especially exciting is the timing. The 49ers invested heavily in defense during the draft, using all 4 of their top 100 picks on defensive players. These fresh talents, including edge rusher Mike Williams, veteran defensive backs Trey Brown and Richie Grant, are expected to integrate quickly into the lineup under Saleh's guidance. This is crucial because the difference between retooling and rebuilding is significant in the NFL. The 49ers are aiming to remain contenders this season rather than take a step back to rebuild. The core of their team, including stars like Bosa and Warner, is still intact, but many key players are approaching or past the age of 30, so time is of the essence. Turning to the offensive side, the vibe around the team this spring has been notably more energized compared to last year. One of the standout signs of this renewed vigor is Christian McCaffrey's return to form. After missing most of the previous season due to Achilles and knee injuries, McCaffrey looked electric during a recent practice. There was a particular run where he burst through the line of scrimmage with incredible agility, leaving linebackers grasping at air as he accelerated up the middle. This performance is not just a promising indicator for his physical recovery, but also a morale booster for the entire team. Seeing one of their premier offensive weapons back to near full strength is a huge plus for the 49ers. For 49ers championship aspirations. Another important detail about this offseason is the commitment of the players to showing up for training activities early and with focus. This has been highlighted by the fact that nearly the entire roster was present at the first official practice day. This level of dedication can't be overstated in its importance. It sets the tone for the entire season and speaks to the culture within the locker room. Head coach Kyle Shanahan mentioned how impressive it was to have everyone there without needing to chase anyone down or beg them to show up. That kind of accountability and professionalism can translate into success on the field. There are a few players still sidelined by injuries, of course. Jair Brown, who underwent ankle surgery during the offseason, is expected to miss time until a training camp. Ricky Pearsall, who recently changed his jersey number from 14 to 1, is dealing with a minor hamstring tweak and will likely miss a couple of weeks. He has a history of hamstring issues, including missing parts of last year's training camp due to similar problems. Despite these setbacks, the team's depth is shaping up well, with promising contributions from both veterans and rookies alike. Speaking of rookies, the young receivers have been drawing attention, especially Jordan Watkins, a fourth-round pick who turned some heads in practice with his speed and fluid route running. His ability to create separation and catch passes down the middle of the field hints at a bright future. Some observers have even compared his crisp route running to that of Ricky Pearsall. Though Watkins brings a different physical profile to the position, watching him develop over the coming months will be fascinating and could add another weapon for Brock Purdy in the passing game. Meanwhile, the team's receiving core boasts several players looking to make their mark this preseason. Jawan Jennings continues to be a favorite target for Purdy, and his impressive performances are a positive sign for the offense. Demarcus Robinson and Jacob Cowing have also shown flashes of potential, with Cowing in particular being given a real opportunity to prove himself this year. The excitement around these wideouts is palpable, because finding reliable targets is crucial for sustaining offensive success over a grueling NFL season. On the offensive line, there are some changes as well. Spencer Burford has been lining up at left tackle in the absence of Trent Williams, who has been spotted back in Houston and hasn't been fully present in the Bay Area for workouts. Ben Bartz has also stepped up, taking reps at left guard, showing the team's depth and flexibility. Meanwhile, recent signing Andre Dillard did not participate in recent practices, which could be a factor to watch as the preseason progresses. Special teams will also be an intriguing area to monitor. The competition between Jake Moody and Greg Joseph for the kicker role promises to be a compelling storyline. Moody, who has made adjustments to his kicking approach by moving from a 3-step to a 2-step routine, is an example of how players constantly tweak their techniques in pursuit of improvement. Though some might question such a significant change after years of a consistent form, this kind of adaptation could pay dividends or present new challenges as the season unfolds. As the team progresses through OTAs and into what feels like the beginning of training camp, the overall energy around the 49ers is markedly different from last year. The full attendance, the visible enthusiasm on the practice field, and the mix of veteran leadership with promising young talent all paint a picture of a team ready to compete at a high level. Kyle Shanahan's comments about the importance of having everyone on board and committed speak volumes about the culture he's cultivating. All of this combined, the strong playoff projections, the strategic coaching hires, the promising player performances, and the renewed team spirit sets the stage for an intriguing NFL season. Fans have plenty of reasons to watch closely and expect big things. The 49ers All the 49ers look to be a team that is not just aiming to participate, but to make a serious run for the championship. The coming months will tell if all these pieces fall into place, but for now, the excitement is undeniable. While the optimism surrounding the 49ers is tangible, it's not without a few underlying questions that could shape the season. One of the central narratives heading into the summer continues to revolve around Brock Purdy, now well beyond the Mr. Irrelevant label that marked the start of his NFL career. Purdy enters this season with heightened expectations. His poise in the pocket, ability to extend plays, and command of the offense have earned him widespread respect. But there's an inevitable pressure that comes with being the presumed franchise quarterback. It's one thing to step in and succeed when expectations are low. It's another to lead a team that's expected to contend for a Super Bowl. How Purdy handles this pressure and how he continues to develop will be one of the most closely watched elements of the 49ers campaign. What's striking about Purdy so far is his maturity. Teammates and coaches alike consistently mention his level-headedness and commitment to preparation. During recent practices, his timing with receivers looked sharper, his reads more decisive. That said, defenses evolve, and opposing coordinators have now had a full offseason to break down his tendencies. The chess match begins now. Can he stay one step ahead and continue to deliver consistent performances against more tailored defensive looks? The answers will come in time, but there's confidence within the organization that he's the right guy for the job. Of course, any quarterback is only as good as his protection and his weapons. The offensive line's development, particularly the left side, with new configurations in the absence of Trent Williams, will be critical. Burford has shown flashes of potential, but consistency remains the biggest hurdle. He'll need to refine his footwork and anchor strength to handle elite pass rushers. Communication among linemen, especially with new players cycling in, will need to be rock solid to give Purdy the time he needs in the pocket. Mistakes in this area can swing games quickly. A blown assignment here, a missed stunt pickup there, and the margin for error shrinks dramatically in playoff-level competition. Among Purdy's weapons, Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk continue to anchor the receiving core with their explosiveness and physicality. Ayuk in particular seems to have turned a corner in his development. There's a hunger in the way he's practicing, more urgency in his routes, more aggression after the catch. He's reportedly taken on more of a leadership role, guiding younger receivers and staying after practice to put in extra work. These are the subtle signs of a player entering his prime. Deebo, meanwhile, remains the ultimate X factor. Whether he's running jet sweeps, taking screen passes to the house, or lining up in the backfield, his versatility puts tremendous stress on opposing defenses. On the other side of the ball, the defensive unit is beginning to coalesce under Robert Saleh's guidance. The intensity during defensive drills has noticeably increased. The linebackers, led by Fred Warner, are flying to the ball with purpose. Warner's vocal leadership sets the tone, and Saleh's influence is already being felt in the way the unit communicates and aligns pre-snap. Saleh's philosophy emphasizes speed, aggression, and assignment discipline. And while it will take time for the rookies to fully digest the scheme, early signs are promising. Mike Williams, the first-round pick, has been especially disruptive. And pass rushing drills. His burst off the line is impressive, and he's already developing a repertoire of moves beyond just raw speed. One area of concern that still lingers is the secondary. Injuries and inconsistency plagued the group at times last season, and while the addition of veterans like Trey Brown and Richie Grant adds experience, it's not yet clear how the depth will hold up against elite passing attacks. The modern NFL demands that secondaries be both deep and flexible, capable of adjusting on the fly to multi-receiver sets and hybrid tight ends. Saleh's scheme can help with this, of course, but execution will depend on how quickly the group gels and whether younger contributors can step up when needed. There's also a quieter storyline unfolding on special teams. While often overlooked, these units play pivotal roles in close games. Jake Moody's mechanical adjustment to his kicking motion has raised some eyebrows, particularly given the timing of the change. Yet during practice, he's been largely accurate. And if he can find consistency from 45 yards and beyond, that could prove to be a major asset down the stretch. The competition with Greg Joseph adds urgency to every rep. And that kind of pressure cooker environment tends to forge reliability or expose weaknesses. The coaching staff will be watching closely. Perhaps what's most compelling about this stage of the offseason is the mindset that seems to permeate the entire locker room. There's a sense of unfinished business, a quiet but resolute determination among the players and coaches. No one's talking openly about the Super Bowl, at least not in public, but the goal is obvious. The 49ers have tasted success and fallen short. They've battled through injuries, controversies, and tough losses. Now, with a mix of veteran leadership, rising talent, and coaching stability, they believe they have the right ingredients to finally break through. Training camp will bring more clarity. Position battles will intensify. Injuries may reshape the depth chart. But for now, there's momentum, and with it comes belief. The 49ers are not just aiming to be good, they're aiming to be great. But before we dive in, don't forget to Subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL world is abuzz with whispers of what could be the most sensational move in recent memory: Patrick Mahomes to the San Francisco 49ers. Though nothing has been officially confirmed, sources close to the situation suggest that talks have been quietly advancing between the Kansas City Chiefs and the 49ers front office. The rumor mill exploded earlier this week when Mahomes was reportedly seen in the Bay Area, fueling speculation that a blockbuster trade might be imminent. If the deal goes through, it would undoubtedly be the biggest signing in NFL history, instantly reshaping the power dynamics of the league. 49ers fans have already taken to social media in a frenzy, celebrating what many are calling the move of the century, even before any official word has been released. The potential arrival of Mahomes, a two-time MVP and two-time Super Bowl champion, could make the Niners instant favorites for next season's title. Yet many remain skeptical. Moving a franchise quarterback of Mahomes' caliber is almost unthinkable. The Chiefs have built their dynasty around him, and he remains the face of the franchise. However, insiders hint at possible friction within the organization, particularly concerning contract structures and future roster planning that could open the door for such a seismic shift. For San Francisco, acquiring Mahomes would signal an all-in approach to capturing another Lombardi trophy, pairing him with an already formidable roster that boasts elite playmakers on both sides of the ball. Head coach Kyle Shanahan has long been praised for his innovative offensive schemes, and many analysts are salivating at the prospect of seeing what he could do with a generational talent like Mahomes under center. Of course, until any official announcement is made, this remains pure speculation. The NFL offseason is always fertile ground for wild rumors, and this one, while tantalizing, could be nothing more than wishful thinking from a passionate fan base. Still, the possibility alone has set the sports world on fire, with commentators and fans alike eagerly awaiting any confirmation or denial from the involved parties. For now, all eyes remain on the Bay Area and Kansas City as the football world holds its breath, wondering if Patrick Mahomes in red and gold is about to become reality or remain just another off-season fantasy. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.